But the cult level of this is the interaction and the effect on the amount of oxygen that people take in, because that gives them tremendous power to affect the health of the population. And there was a doctor in New York, I remember just one of them, he was a intensive care doctor. From what I understand, he's now been removed from intensive care because of what he said. And he did this video in desperation on just put it on the internet. It was taken down by YouTube. People uploaded it, taken down. In which he said, look, we were told to prepare for this infectious disease, this infectious virus, COVID-19. He said, what I'm seeing is not an infectious disease. It's something I've never seen before. He said, I'm seeing people's lungs that you would expect to see if they were flying at 30,000 feet and the cabin depressurized and they lost oxygen. Or another analogy he used, someone put on the top of Everest without acclimatization and by definition no oxygen. That's what you'd expect their lungs to look like. It was oxygen deprivation. And I've heard this from other people.
I had Dr. Buttar on this week and he said the same thing. It looks like high altitude exposure.
Yes. High altitude exposure. What is that? Lack of oxygen into the system. So what I said when we chatted in the last interview is that given this interaction and this effect on oxygen and oxygen molecules, and its effect on the absorption of oxygen of the human body when you are in a 60 gigahertz environment, this has to be considered as one of the possibilities for why this small number of people at the moment are having this extraordinary oxygen deprivation symptom, which doctors can't explain. And I would project this on too. So I'm not saying that 5G is causing the virus. I'm saying there is no virus. But I am saying that 5G needs to be looked at seriously in relation to this oxygen deprivation situation that doctors are seeing. But what has happened during the lockdown, and this is another reason they want to shut people up about 5G, is that while people have been under house arrest and told their business is not essential, it seems it has been incredibly essential all over the world to roll out, working around the clock, more and more 5G masts. Elon Musk's satellites going up to put 5G from low altitude at the Earth, going up week after week after week. He wants 42,000 of them eventually. He's already got permission for tens of thousands. And so as this 5G expands, and another point about 5G and this whole kind of smart system in general is at the moment, there are relatively few 5G devices being used. That's very significant because the more devices you use, the more beams of communication are created with each use, which means the environment that people are living in becomes more and more and more awash with 5G frequencies. And that is bound to have a fundamental effect on health and psychology. And because 5G doesn't travel far and doesn't travel well through dense solid objects, it means that the antenna beaming this stuff out and the broadcasting this stuff out has to be at very short intervals down every street, as well as coming from satellite. And what they are planning is to roll this back. I said this in one of our other interviews, to roll back this lockdown, but as little as they can get away with. And then they want to bring in other waves of this virus. Oh, it's back. And because the precedent has been set of lockdown, instead of incremental lockdown, it will be straight into lockdown. And so far they've done it, I would say, by scamming the way that it is diagnosed and puts on death certificates, etc., and the test. But the more 5G gets out there, the more that can affect people's health. The more devices are used, the more dense and extreme these 5G frequencies become in our environment. They have another way of people becoming ill and then saying it's another wave or another virus. And what they're planning is this. It's to bring on other waves, and particularly just before the vaccine is ready, because then they'll say, well, this is so bad, the vaccine must be mandatory. And if we can't force everyone to have it, the laws are there in Britain alone to force people to be medicated, then you can't come out of lockdown unless you have the vaccine. That's the idea.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple-digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone. Also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are,
I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you gonna do? What's the choice that you're going to make?